Hey, what's up, guys? Back for another deck profile here. Now, I got my boy Devin. He hasn't been on the channel in a while.
That's good, fam.
What's good, fam? Dude, I'm glad you're here, dude. He played Mikanko today at the regional. Actually did fucking very well. And I was just like, I need the profile. And he's like, nobody wants to see this. And I was like,
Nobody
they
wants
do.
to see this.
I promise. Because there hasn't been like a Mikanko
Bro, that
list in a
deck
while.
fucks.
It
And
does,
rituals
bro,
are
to be
popular
honest.
right now.
And also, if they don't read the cards, they lose. So,
Yeah, everyone who played against it, they're like, I didn't really get into that deck because I'm not into rituals. I'm like, the ritual is the best card, but
it's not really a ritual.
It's not really a ritual.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It was insane, and he was fucking doing it today, you know. Also, shout out my boy Sam. I forgot to put this. I need to find a place for this, so I'm just gonna keep it right here after I move it because I don't want to put cigarettes on it. But yeah, fam, you did great today. Very proud of you. Thanks for everything, and let's get right on into it. You can explain the interactions that just really fucking matter with this deck too.
For those of us who continue to play against the deck and do not know what it does.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many times I've played against this deck, and
I've
like,
had to re-explain it over and over.
Yeah,
again.
yep.
There was a judge ruling today, and he had to
Mhm.
read a card like 5 times. So
Broken.
that's pretty good. Best card in the deck, Ohime. It's the rituals of the deck.
Yeah.
But just reveal it in hand, add any Mikanko card from deck to hand, and then discard a card. Just very good. It's level 6. Keep that in mind. 3 Hari.
Light, you say?
Yes, light. 3 Hari. Level 3 Fire Warrior.
Yeah, Fire Warrior. Get the Infernobles on the horn. Just kidding.
2 Huli and 1 of the dog shit one, Nini. They all share the same first effect. If they have an equipped card on them, they can't die by battle, and your opponent takes the battle damage. If they don't have an equipped card on them, then you just don't take damage. Then they each have individual effects. Nini's is the most subpar one. During your opponent's turn, if she's equipped with a card, you can just snatch steal a card for the turn.
Yeah, and that's subpar.
Yeah, that's subpar.
Yeah.
But they get it back before
Yeah.
your turn even starts. So
Right.
you can't do anything with it.
Right.
This one's honestly the best one. It just kind of says no to detonator. If you control an equipped card on the field, doesn't even have to be attached to her. If you control an equipped card, your Mikanko cards can't be targeted. So,
Sheesh.
Yeah, insane.
and then Hari, it's just a very good. She gets you deeper into the engine when she's equipped with an equipped card. You just add a Mikanko equipped spell from deck to hand. And then I play the 3 Gen 1 Kin package.
Shout out.
It's just good starters, puts a monster on your opponent's board, so if you want to, you can swing into it. Although this is actually a going first build. Last one I had on Sunny's channel was a going second build.
Which you think Mikanko is normally a going second list because it does the
Just
OTK
swing into your
thing.
shit.
Yeah.
Okay. But they also just have a lot of control. They can just manipulate your opponent's board so easily.
They can do when I played the Dark World or whatever, he was like, he already knew because he played Dark World with me, but he was like, what do you think about putting this in there? And I was like, that actually sounds fucking insane. Do it. And then it just worked. And I was like, excellent.
And then, of course, another reason why it's going first, don't click off the video. It's a small package, small Fiend Smith package. Just 1 Engraver, 1 Lacrima, and 1 Lurie. The extra deck is just so free. You can run whatever the fuck you want in the extra deck.
Anything, yeah.
So it's just free space to put a full Fiend Smith combo package in there. Not to mention the deck puts multiple bodies on the board, so you can just go into Moon for almost nothing every game. And then last monster is just 3 Droll. There were other hand traps I was debating on, but key point about this one is it's a spellcaster, and I'll explain that later.
Also, one thing I want to point out too with the Fiend Smith stuff, since your opponent already doesn't know what these cards do, I watched Devin play today, and since he was going first or whatever, I watched his opponent talents him after making like the Mikanko stuff and whatever, and then he saw a fucking Lurie, or it was like some light fiend in his hand, and he's like, "The fuck is he doing with that?" And I was just like, he's gonna Fiend Smith combo me next turn, and he just forgot. He was just like, "Oh my god, I'm fucked," and I was just like, "Yeah, go ahead."
Like, worst case scenario with the Fiend Smith stuff too is it just burns through their, their hand traps, their
Yeah,
interruptions
that shit,
because
yeah.
they're like, "Hey, I need to stop this," and then you're like, "All right, well,
Yeah,
Makonko's
well,
just gonna
anyways,
beat you now."
see you later.
So, for the spells, 3 preparation. It's basically running 6 Ohime. So
Yeah, wrote
why
it
would you
F.
know? 3 of their best equipped spell.
Yeah, that card's unreal.
Water Arbusque. This card can equip to any monster on the board and special summon a Mikanko from deck that has a different name than whatever it's attached to, and then bounce the original card that it was attached to the owner's hand. So you just out one of their monsters and summon one of yours.
Yep. Yeah, equipped to seal, dude.
Correct. It forces them to use it right
Yep,
then.
100%.
Because of the Jin and Ken stuff, and just because this card's so good in the format right now, I'm playing 3 talent. I Jin and Ken, draw 2 cards, talents, take it, full Fiend Smith combo.
Yep. That card just makes me so happy, dude.
Or draw 2 more cards.
Yeah, or whatever the fuck.
1 thrust. Other than the talents and a couple niche cards like the Preparation of Rites, it doesn't get a whole lot because they're all equip spells, but
Yeah.
it's still a very good card.
You're right.
2 Ceremony. I was running 3 in the original build. It's a very, very good card. Special summons a Mikanko from hand, ignoring summoning conditions, so you can just drop the ritual on board.
Yeah.
And then you can banish it from grave in the same turn to dump any Mikanko card from deck to grave. And several of the cards have grave effects, so they're just good. But once you resolve 1 or 2 of this, you win, so you don't really need a third.
Yeah, you
which is why I dropped
definitely
it down
don't.
to 2. The 1 track, of course, for the Lurie, the Fiend Smiths. 1 Rhoda, because
Jin Ken and then
the Jin Ken and of course
Fire
the
Warrior.
Hari is
Yeah.
a warrior. Also, they're all ranked or level 3s.
Yep.
So I was running Cherubini, but no longer.
Yeah. Yeah, you could do the Bao Jogan for Jogan.
Jogging down bad, yeah. Their field spell, it's a 1-of. It's not super necessary, but it can definitely win games. During the battle phase, your opponent can't activate cards when a Mikanko declares an attack. And then after Mikanko monster battles, you can send an equipped spell from your field to the grave, and that Mikanko can attack again. That is not once per turn. If you have 5 equipped
Plus
spells,
2.
you can attack 6 times. So 1 Fire Dance. It's non-targeting Premature Burial because it can also special summon from the hand. It's either hand or graveyard. And then after you do, you have the option to summon a monster from your opponent's grave and negate its effects, so you just put a body on their board to swing into. And then 1 Mayawashi Dori. This is my favorite of the equipped spells.
Yeah, every time I see you play this deck, that card's just in rotation.
Yeah, it's what I dump with Ceremony almost every single time.
Yeah.
You only need 1 just because of its recursion. When it's in graveyard, you can target a Mikanko that's in grave, and then special summon that Mikanko and then equip it with this. It does get banished when it leaves the field, but that's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
And then when a Mikanko monster battles, not even the one this is equipped to, but just a Mikanko monster, you can bounce a card on the board at the end of the damage step. And then just 3 Imperm. It's not super necessary, but I just like turning off cards sometimes if I'm going second, so I can just full combo wipe them.
Turn off the Mitsurugi, dude.
Correct.
Yeah.
1 Spirit Walker. This card's kind of gross, even more so with the Fiend Smith stuff. It's addable with the Huli, because anytime she's equipped, she adds a Mikanko trap. You can target a monster on your opponent's board and equip it to the Mikanko monster. And then if you control a ritual on your board, they take 500 points of damage for each equipped card you have in your back row.
All the
So,
time.
yeah, it also counts the sequence and the Ignimide.
Yeah. Agnima dudes.
Ignimidudes.
Woods.
And then just 1, there can only be 1. Card, it's just good. Most of the deck are different types, so it just kind of doesn't give a shit about that card. You do have to be careful with the Ken and Jin, because they are warriors, and so is Hari. But
Good. I'm gonna let Bird in. Keep going.
Bird!
I'll be right
Birdie
back.
bird!
Birdie Bird. He's finally getting mermails on the channel. Broken.
Whoa! That's it for the main deck for this extra dip.
The extra dip.
Extra dip, 1 Amirage. This can be important sometimes to just recycle your Mikankos with the Mayawashi Dori. Just normal summon this, bring it back with Mayawashi Dori. Link climb if you have to. Of course, the Requiem, 1 SP, and I play 2 Charmers, the Fire and the Light, because Ken and Jen are lights as well as Boheme, so it's just kind of good, not to mention your Fiend Smith stuff, if you have to use it for that. 1 Moon, 1 Sequence, Agnimid Dudes,
Dude.
pretty self-explanatory with Fiends. Celine, the water one is a spellcaster, and so is Droll and Lockbird. So you can just bring them back with this to link climb into access code. A lot of people have learned if they don't put monsters on the board, this deck can't necessarily win. But with Fiend Smiths and access code, I don't care if you have monsters or not. And then just 1 Bow, which is a very, very good card. That's it for the links. Fusions, Desiree, Necro Quip,
Quip.
pretty self-explanatory. And then for the Exceeds, 1 DD King and 1 Typhon. So
Typhon busted.
Typhon's very good. Didn't come up as often today, just because the decks I play against, it was like, all right, this guy can just not matter. Malice was one of those problems. So, of course, I sided 3 Lancia.
Pretty standard.
Now, because this is a going first variant of the deck, a lot of the cards that I would main for the going second variant, I ended up siding. So I have 2/2 of the Kaiju package, Dogoron and Jizukiru. I actually wanted this to be Raiden, because Raiden's a level 7 Dark, and level 7 Dark and the level 3 Light Jin and or Kin can make Chaos Angel, but I couldn't find my Raidens, so I just decided to say fuck it and not run Chaos Angel. 3 Droplet, just good at dealing with problematic cards. And then for the Kaijus, of course, 3 Kaiju Slumbers, just wipes the board, gives us both a Kaiju.
Card's heavily slept on.
It's slumbered on, if you would like.
XD. So.
And then one of the Ritual. This is actually the time card. It can be added with Ohime, and then on res, after you summon Ohime, you can destroy cards on your opponent's board equal to the number of different equip spells in your graveyard. You can destroy your opponent's cards, and then they take 1,000 damage for each card destroyed. So if you just give them a Kin and then pop a card for game and time, they just take 1,000 damage. And then just 1 Sanctum. I had 1 slot left open, and I was like, I haven't been seeing my Lancias as often as I would like, so why not just fill up the space with a 1 Sanctum.
Yeah.
Jan?
Yeah, I
Ooh,
thought
yeah.
Bert was here.
Is Bert not here?
No,
Where's Bert?
I don't know.
Sick. But
We lost Bert.
yeah, that's it.
Brother?
It's very fun, very slept on. People don't even comprehend what's about to happen to them.
Air cooking. It's really good into blue eyes too. It is.
Hey, that's a nice 4K defense you got there. Schmack.
It is, dude. It's kind of nuts. But brother, I love you. Thanks for coming on, fam. And I will see you guys later. Cheers.